Yes, it's beautiful. Okay.
So,
Whoa. So. This went poorly. Among the grav jumps, God seeks you. Is God real? The more proper question would be, is reality divine? Existence itself is a mystery which yearns to be uncovered. What is goodness but a comparison to the good? What is existence but a participation in being? Any common attribute invites comparison to some more pure form of it, and as we work our way up the tree of attributes, from apples to red, to color, to waveforms, to energy, to space-time, to existence, we find fewer and fewer branches to explore. All of reality eventually converges into a single point. Some call it Omega, others call it Talos, some call it God, but its true nature is best understood in another way. For where the diversity of the universe inspires awe and wonder, it exists only in contrast to a simplicity so pure that it may only be understood as primordial and even divine. To say that it exists is effectively redundant, as it is in fact existence itself. Our being derives from being. Our essence is what was imagined by its mind. But what we consider imagining and what we consider mind are in fact so far beyond our understanding that even these metaphors are like the tiny whitecaps on a massive surging sea. Most urgently, this being, which gave rise to reality itself, seeks to understand its consequence, by which I mean you and me. Our senses are limited and only able to perceive 3 dimensions as we are helplessly flung along the 4th in a single direction. But our finest minds tell us that the universe has at least 12 dimensions, and who knows what further knowledge may be revealed in time. From our meager capacity, the universe is not simply unexplored, but fully unknowable in any comprehensive sense. And so we rely on revelation. We submit ourselves to direct communication with the one source of truth, for truth is another one of its attributes. Even as all the separate aspects resolve into simplicity, to know the truth, we must know the truth. And that truth wishes to know us as well. Our physical embodiments are limited to movement in 3 dimensions, just as a fabric is bound and defined by its warp and weft. But we have a power that raises us above the unminded matter that merely exists without will. We can bend the fabric of space-time, rending warp from weft, peering through the veil that we may otherwise mistake for all that there is. When we do so by jumping from point to point, we are not merely moving in space, but becoming voyagers into a new level of understanding. Those moments between grav jumps are not simply nothingness, but glimpses into understanding of the mystery that underlies all reality. To know that truth is to become closer to the divine ourselves. This is the purpose of our lives. The purpose of the Sanctum Universum is to guide you in these experiences, so each opportunity to know is not squandered. Seek out Aquilus. Let him open your heart to the understanding that is no different from your mind, and join us as we seek further communication and increase our sharing in the nature of the divine. I'm not sure I understand, but I stole the book. That seems to speak much further again on Aquilus's understanding of the unity. It is all beginning to mean a lot more. So, Welcome, and I'm 7foot Dustbunny, and welcome back to Let's Play Starfield. I thought I'd start with that reading as it seemed relevant, and we'll head over to the lodge and see what everyone has to say. Okay, so back at the lodge, and hi guys, have we got a story for you? You are gonna love this.
Matteo told us about your pilgrim's voyage.
You found it, didn't you? The meaning of unity.
Of a sort. I met a version of Sarah from another universe.
What? It can't be.
Our colleague is alive in some alternate dimension? Am I hearing this right?
Hate to be the responsible one, but the big bombshell of what we're actually building here might need another second to sink in. Want to go over this whole multiple universe thing for everyone?
Yes, I wouldn't mind a little more detail.
Okay. So, apparently, in another universe, I died, Sarah lived, and she's an emissary now, she calls herself, and a starborn. And what we're building with the artifacts is an armillary, and that is essentially the key to the center of the multiverse.
Explains why the Starborn want the artifacts so bad. Get them all and you've got a gateway to infinity.
I don't even want to think about the physiological changes you'd need to travel between universes.
Plus what it would do to the mind? Enlightenment? Or oblivion? Like the Hunter.
You have the opportunity to reach the closest thing to your god that might exist. And you're second-guessing it?
One doesn't approach the afterlife without some trepidation.
Boy, Matteo, have I got some news for you. Because, I don't even... I mean, I would quite like to have an option here to explain about the Hunter and even Keeper Aquilus. What, you know, that explains a lot about what's happening.
I didn't lose you, did I?
No, you didn't lose me. I mean, we should definitely all take time to think about what this means.
You're right. This is a lot to take in.
Guess a little time to get our heads straight wouldn't hurt. But you know where I'll want to be when everyone's ready. Front and center.
Not to make a sharp turn in a grand tale, but I got the eye fixed up. Bruised, but still blinking. Let me know when you're ready to follow up on what it's seen.
Well, in fact, Sarah suggested that.
If you are free soon,
I've got some stuff on my mind when you have the time.
did you need something?
Holy crap. Both Sam and Andresia want to have a chat with me. So, let's start with you, Vlad. What's up, my man? What's the eye seeing?
These last glimpses from the eye are from the farthest fringes of known space. Could be the only remaining pieces outside the hands of the Starborn.
I'm surprised they don't know where they are. Remember when deep space was our only problem?
Aye. The blackest sea seems less of a concern when there are sharks leaping out at you.
Yeah. Give me the details, Vlad. I'll follow up on them, my man.
Catch a smile out there.
Thank you. We'll have a hunt out for those two. I wouldn't mind actually having a chat with Matteo if he's around.
Sarah's the best possible person to be running Constellation at a time like this. Focused, no nonsense, and dedicated.
Have you been drinking, Walter? Thanks for sticking the boot in. Look.
Take note. Everyone here is worth learning from. Yes, even the kid.
What's your take on this?
Counter to everything I've said and believed before. I've caught myself wondering if we ever should have started this search. If this is all true, and I have it right, we've potentially started a chain of events that will create more of these Starborn. Or worse, enable the ones we've seen to become even stronger. I am not fond of either of those options. So maybe now, we have no choice but to finish this journey before one of them does.
I think that happens no matter what we do, to be honest. I mean, I don't think reaching the Unity first is going to level the playing field, because it seems like they can follow. I don't know. Look, honestly, I have no idea for sure what's going to happen.
No, I suppose we never really do. But I don't see any other possibilities right now. Look, I don't like the idea of siding with either one of these groups. I'd much rather see someone from Constellation get there first. I trust any of us far more than these Starborn.
Agreed, even though that Sarah was Constellation.
Until next time.
Hey, good to see you.
Okay.
Oh, sore. One too many squats.
Too much detail, my man.
What is it?
Andreja, what did you want to talk about?
Your investigation with the Freestar Rangers has come to an end. Are you satisfied with the results?
Yeah, pretty happy. I mean, all around, didn't want to kill the guy, but, you know, worked out in the end.
Yes, but not everyone walked away, did they? This Ron Hope, supposedly a man of the people, was more concerned with profit than lives. He was not the first, and certainly will not be the last.
No, but, you know, money can certainly bring out the worst in people.
At least he will no longer be able to prey on others. I am unsure that death was preferable to justice, but at least the situation is over, and there is no question who was to blame.
Well, look, I didn't really want this, but, he didn't really give me an option but to shoot him, you know.
No, he did not. A very poor decision on his part. Perhaps a lesson to be learned by others who would break the law. At least while you serve as Ranger.
Well, it will be an honor to wear the badge. I've already said this to Barrett.
I think less of the badge and more of the person wearing it. But you should be proud of your accomplishments. Shall we find some other adventure to occupy us now?
Sure. It seems that everyone...
things I wish to discuss with you.
Oh my god. I think everyone wants to speak to me about the end quest, so we'll see if they have anything other than that interesting to say. Okay, so I went through the chats with everyone else. I'll save you the time. Basically, they all wanted to talk to me, say congrats on blowing Ron Hope's brains out, and did a good job with the Terramorph thing, but they all disagree with me about the about using the Achilles, not the microbe. They all think I should have used the microbe, and they all think I should have destroyed the Lazarus plant.
No.
What I want to do now is actually talk to Noel and Mateo, because they seem to probably have something more interesting to say.
Are you?
As much as I love
offering to
uncovering new
train
questions, I wouldn't mind if
I
you
believe
answer
some of the things
now and
I have learned about close combat could be
Yeah,
useful.
I wish Andreja would shut up in the background as well. Okay, any thoughts on these Starborn?
You mean what could be the biggest discovery in the history of humanity? Yeah, I've got some thoughts. Scans are still inconclusive, but I think we've seen enough to know that we're dealing with something potentially even more unusual than the artifacts. There are so many questions beyond just who are they? How did they find you? How do they know about the artifacts? Why has no one ever seen them before?
Okay, I think we've already got through the answers on this. This must be one from earlier. We've already got the answers.
They did openly threaten you, as I understand it. I'd say that's something to worry about. It was one thing when this was just about us investigating the artifacts. A weird phenomenon that didn't come with creepy threats or questions about aliens or whatever it is that's going on now. I know we'll figure it all out in the end. It's just kind of a lot right now.
I'm with you. But what's your thoughts on the Unity?
It's silly, but I can't stop thinking about the idea that there are more of me out there. Even just one more Noel is crazy to consider, but dozens, hundreds, an infinite number of them? How different might we all be? Am I not even remotely the unique individual I thought I was? My head is spinning just considering it.
Yeah, it's pretty mad. So, you know, are you not interested in hopping universes then?
No, thank you.
Fair enough. Is there anything I can do to help you learn more?
Well, right now nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition. I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're going to be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
Okay, have anything I'm carrying, I guess.
There's a galaxy chock full of resources. The more data I have, the more thorough an analysis I can do. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep.
Sure. Can I sell you some stuff? I'll take your money.
Anything I can learn from is a help.
Sweet, I can.
No. Wait.
Okay, Mateo.
I feel like I've been waiting my whole life for this. Constellation, the artifacts. That doesn't sound crazy, does it?
Mate, I can tell you, nothing sounds crazy right now. Can you, possibly talk to me? Sir? Sir?
Bet you never expected to end up involved in something
Let's
like
talk.
this.
When you have time, of course.
Barrett, I'm busy. What do you think of this Unity idea, then?
I thought I had a grip on the situation. I'm not so sure anymore. The Sanctum Universum believes that God wanted us to travel the stars. That's gotten us here. Is this... Could this be the next step in that journey? Is this what we were meant to learn out here? Could the Unity... Could that be God? Or a way to reach him?
That's a lot to wrap your head around, but, you should go talk to the Keeper about it.
I knew we were onto something big with the artifacts, but this... It's beyond anything I could have imagined. The one thing I'm sure of is that we have to see this through. We need to find the rest of the artifacts.
Yeah, I'm with you, but let me repeat to you. The Keeper knows a lot more about the Unity than you think.
You're doing great out there.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Say no more. Okay, I'm disappointed you can't talk to Mateo about who the Keeper is, but there you go. Okay, so I had a skill point to deal with, and we're going to put that straight into Starship design, I think. So that was a nice, easy choice. And Barrett, you say you wanted it, and you wanted to speak to me again?
This is amazing! The Unity, the multiverse, this is everything, and more, literally.
Yeah. I knew they weren't aliens.
I admit, I was really hoping they were. But I cannot believe I limited my hopes and dreams to only aliens now. Jeez, this explains so much, though. They're disorganized, petty, weird, and also deeply fascinating at the same time. Because they are just people. We never ruled that out, but it feels so good to know we weren't fighting against robot alien ghost gods or something.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they're monsters. I think they have their reasons, but people are suffering because of them. That's for sure. But I don't really trust them.
No, not even slightly. They're people who obtain power in some unfair way, and some of them have used that power to cause suffering, and others just didn't want to share. But that's what regular people do every day of the year.
That's true. Yeah, when you put it like that, I do now feel kind of cheated. I want my turn.
We should feel cheated. They hoarded this and used it against people in their quest for power. But it all comes back to this. We don't know what will happen if you enter the Unity. You might lose yourself or become a two-headed space shark. There are too many variables.
You realize that, I don't want to put this on you, but there might be another Irvin out there somewhere.
It crossed my mind. But everybody has lost somebody, and most of us have lost many more. It can't be the deciding factor here right now. It's more of a possible benefit. Of course, at the end of the day, it's your choice. But I will say this. Our entire purpose in Constellation is to explore. Why would we stop now?
I agree. I think we have to see this through. If we're going to Unity, I will give you the opportunity to come too.
The way I see it is, anybody entering the Unity has no more regular people concerns. But I do. That's my only worry. I just feel like I would be susceptible to becoming one of the bad ones. And I cannot do that. My 100-year-old grandma would become a Starborn, track me down, and I can't even say what would happen. But it might involve the Space Shark Ghost God thing.
Okay. Well, I think thanks.
Anytime. The possibility of turning evil aside, I appreciate you taking the lead on this. You're guiding Constellation to new frontiers, new discoveries, and we should all follow your example. On that note, there's something else I'd like to discuss with you, if you have time. It's not on the scale of entering the Unity, but it is tangentially related.
Oh? You have a lot to... Everyone has a lot to discuss in these past couple of episodes. Sure, shoot, my man.
Thanks. This has been swirling in my brain goo for a while now. So, I've been pondering over what's happened and what it all means. And I've got a favor to ask. A teensy-weensy favor. About the size of a plank length, really. I think it's time I joined you in the physics-bending powers business. See if one of those temples works for more than just you.
You want to go get a power? I figure that sounds pretty fun. You mentioned the power last episode and I was all confused, so... Yeah, let's go grab you a power.
Marvelous. I'm glad you're as gung-ho about this as I am. As it so happens, I've already talked to Vladimir. Seems our eye in the sky is back up and running. He's sent me the coordinates for the temple already. We just have to visit.
Sure. Let's go. We've got some artifacts to pick up too, so I figure let's you me go become more powerful Starborn-y thing type people.
Greetings, Captain.
Well, yeah, I decided to start off by going to Cirrus before we go to the temple and grab the artifacts here. And I'm actually going to start taking Barrett with me now, even though that has a negative effect on my strength. If he wants to do the Starborn thing, I'm going to bring him with me to do the Starborn thing. Okay. So... this is an abandoned UC post. We've seen plenty of these before, but we're gonna start off by getting rid of that guy, because that's a fairly easy job to just pick him off. And old Earth hunting rifle, we'll grab his things. I could actually do with, aside from the fact I'm kind of used to there being a landmine there. That's how many times I've seen this one. You've seen this one? There it is, yeah. This one right there. So yeah, I mean, we've seen this multiple times. We've been through. So we're going to try and run this one at speed. And we're expecting Starborn inside. after getting through the inevitable pirates. I will be minimizing the lock picking, but there will be some. Keep looking. Yep. Hi, people.
Idiot! Now look at you. I find you.
Oh.
You handled
There
that
we go.
well.
Well, you could say that, but there's about to be a guy come through this door, I suspect. There normally is. Here he is. Told you.
Well,
It's almost...
they don't need it now.
No, he doesn't. Yep. You, sir? Any more for any more? Well, let's grab their
Fine.
stuff.
Let's go. Ha! This never gets old.
Well, I don't know. I've done this quite a few times. But yeah, we'll go through, we'll grab their stuff here, and there's a couple of lockpicks there, and I'll come back and empty out that cupboard, which always has some bits in it as well. Where is... there'll be another guy around here somewhere, he says. I reckon.
Hey,
I reckon.
this isn't over.
No, I know it's not over. I mean, there's one there. Yep, there you go. Now it's mostly over. I mean, they're not dead. I could do with picking up some more laser rounds, that's for sure. Oh, sorry, is there a guy in this room? Whoops, sorry, forgot you were there. I didn't see what that was then. I didn't see what I got out of that one because I had to pick it up because someone was shooting me and I didn't get time to check. Okay. Oh, hello.
I
Goodbye.
swear they were just here.
They were, and I just shot them in the head right next to you. Did you miss that, Barrett? Okay. Oh, hello. Goodbye. More. Oh. Yeah. Thank you for playing. I should probably take a med pack. We're going in fairly hard here. Yep. Well, that was fairly easy. We'll loot through. There's a few little bits I like to always pick up, like the cred sticks. And through here, I believe, we should be able to pick up a key card. Yep, there we go. And that means we can go back into this room. Don't think there's anyone in here normally. There's loads of digipicks. Those will be good, but not the ones I need. I need the 3K. I might have to buy some actually, because not getting through quite a lot of the 3K. Right, I am gonna unpick this lock.
That was fast.
Okay. Some rounds and a book. That book, I've not seen that book before, so I'm thinking that might be a rare one. Maybe we can sell that to the lady on Aquila. But now if you go back this way, what you should be able to do is if we go back here, through here, that key card will work on here as well. So now we can grab these, always the same, but gives you a few extra guns and a few little bits here. You know, if you want to do it and you don't need to bother to lockpick it. Right. Let's go down round. We've been through that room, so I might as well just jump straight down. Because the way down you come through here, but there's no one here. We've already killed these guys. Okay, so I've basically looted through this room, and we'll now be moving on. Grab through here. There's normally 2 or 3 in here, wherever they happen to be. Ow! That's rude. That was rude.
All yours.
That was rude, my friends. That was rude. Again, a bit of loot this side, bit of loot the other side. few on the table here. And I think that's basically it for this room, generally. Not a lot else available. Through here, and the artifact's down there, but the sort of end game of the POI is down here. We might actually attract someone if we walk around too heavily here. The key opens this one, which will give me some laser rounds for my gun, which is much appreciated. There's normally nothing back here. Maybe like a control rod or something like that. Yeah. Nothing in particular. Couple of bits over here. Go to the room. Go to the room. Grab those. Job's a good one. And then you just gotta go in here and take everyone out. Hello. Do you mind dying already? Thank you. I mean, there's still one there. Two, in fact. One. Make that one. Hello. Yes, I know you're there. Now you're not. And yeah. Generally, very easy. Hitman's Bridger. If I was using heavy weapons, that would be awesome. Okay. That's basically that. To me, this should always be cuttable from the other side. I don't know why it's cuttable from that side. It's barely even a shortcut back. It's kind of a shortcut, but by the time you bother actually cutting it, you basically... You could have walked back, you know. Right. So, everyone's probably thinking, are you really going to leave the stuff in the end room? No, I'm not going to leave the stuff in the end room. Of course I'm not. These bits, modified drum beat, a few other various goodies, a few books, food if you want it, bread stick, bitten sandwich, weapons case, and Orion. Not an advanced Orion, which was what I really want.
Second trip.
No, Barrett. Let's just say no. That's not how this works. You haven't travelled with me that much. You don't realise that. This is the most pointless lock in the game, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, so I picked the door, and in here there's a spacesuit, like prototype stuff. That's about it. It's pretty worthless. There's this one which is locked, and we grab those bits out of it. Nothing particularly much. It's not really that worth it, that one. Anyway, now onwards to the artifact, as that seems like the way to go here. Let's I think get ourselves reloaded, because I think we can be pretty confident we're about to run into a Starborn down here. So let's get ready. Aloha! Yep, there we go. Really? Damn you, man! Thank you. You were a crap Starborn. Anywho. Yeah, there you go. And now we can go for the standard grabbing some of this, which I'm not going to worry about grabbing too much, and then we'll free the artifact. Okay, and we're ready to grab the artifact. That one looked a bit different to me. Not one I've seen before. Omicron. I wonder what power Omicron is. We'll see when we get to that temple. But I'm going to head back to the ship, because it is sodding dark in here. I'm getting turned around. And we'll move on to the next one. So we're being hailed by a satellite as we came into Freya. So I'm going to accept this hail. Okay. That sounds different. Is there some... Well, it looks like our artifact is at that station. So I guess that's where we're going.
Hello, Captain.
Okay, so quite a pretty planet. Aside from the solar radiation, which seems to not be fun. And the fact there's... I know they're coming up as red, but they're showing as green, so I'm not sure how hostile they are. What about these floaty things? Ooh! Okay. Now they seem hostile. I may have upset the local wildlife. You know what? I'm wishing I probably bought some more ammo. And I'm actually going to see if I could make Barrett a slightly better gun. So I might be going back into the ship just to see if I can get Barrett a slightly better gun. And hopefully we've got enough ammo for this. I don't have a vast amount of 3k ammo. Oh, holy crap. I mean, this is herbivore. Why is it attacking me? Okay, assist away, my man. Look. Excuse me a second. You guys go assist. I'm going to see if I can make Barrett a better gun. Okay, so...
Lost in my thoughts, but glad to be back.
I couldn't make...
Just let me move some things around.
Barrett a major improvement. Well, a major improvement to one of my guns I already have. But I'm going to take the advanced Grendel off him. I'm going to give him the modified advanced AA-99, which does, you know, almost quadruple per shot, and it is still fully auto, and I did give it armor piercing rounds. I did have the gear for that. There's plenty more I could do to it, but I just don't have the materials handy at the moment. So I just need to give him some 11mm, which should work. That'll be plenty. And we can get Barrett to equip that, I would say. And he should be much higher damage with that on board. And then I can just offload the bits I have back into the ship, and we're good to go. Okay.
How can I be of service, Captain?
You're fine, Vasco. Hopefully Barrett's going to come with us with his new gun. And his new gun should mean a lot more business than his old gun. Which is probably a good thing, because my gun is, while it means business, it's running short on rounds, to be quite honest. So that might be a problem going forward. I'm not sure how many rounds we're going to find in this outpost. This is a relatively high level area, so not sure. I mean, it seems like the planet here is fairly hostile already. What the hell is that? Spitting powder. Is it going to spit at me? Spice. Okay. Good if you're into the culinary stuff, I guess. Though I've never seen so far the culinary stuff as being particularly, well, shall I say, worth it yet. Much we've seen before. Mire root, yeah, we can scan these. Where is the best way up? Let's see. Maybe over here, if I don't get stuck in that bush. There again, maybe not. I'm not sure if I'm even going to be able to jetpack up there, because the jetpack is not really cutting it much on this planet. So I think we're going to have to go round. Why again we can't land on their landing pad, which they clearly have up there, I don't know. It's one of those things where it seems like, look, it doesn't let us land directly on their landing pad. I'm sure I clicked the right place. But I don't know, sometimes it seems to put us next to stuff when we should be able to just land on their landing pad. I mean, they were giving us a distress call for crying out loud. Okay, I think I can get up here. It's taken me a bit of hunting around to see if I can find a place. I think I can actually get up high enough to actually get up to where the landing pad is. Like I say, why I can't land here, I don't know. I would have thought the game is supposed to let you land here, but apparently not today. So, never mind. In the meantime, kind of lost Barrett. He didn't make it up the rock climb. Should we take the elevator? Yay! Saved us some steps, didn't it? Nisha Research Station. Okay. So. Oh. Sounds like Barrett's coming in. Refined my spacesuit. I'm going to leave that for now. I'm not going to go stealing their stuff just yet. Unless I'm invited to, of course. I don't know if this is actually someone's outpost at this point in time. But, hello?
Station. You speaking. What is your business here?
We're responding to your distress call.
What? We haven't sent a distress signal? Nothing on the comms. No other ships in the system since our last supply drop. Look, what are you trying to pull here?
There's a satellite in orbit giving out a distress signal. It said there'd been some sort of explosion in your high energy research lab.
Really? The high energy research lab? Alright. I don't know what's going on here, but you should talk with the director. For security, I'm going to have to ask your friend to wait out there. What's inside? Stay with me and don't make any sudden moves. I'll get the door. Welcome to Nishina.
The Hadron Consortium isn't gonna mess with you. Probably. Well, yell if they do, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Good luck, Barrett. Try not to play with too much of the local wildlife, okay?
Scan
okay.
is clear. One moment.
Scan is clear. Despite the fact I'm heavily armed.
I am declaring a cordial. All sections are now on lockdown. Senior staff, protocol Delta. Use out. There. Be right with you.
Tell me you're not doing Xeno research here, okay? If you are, I am not going to be happy. I mean, the UC has already got itself in enough trouble on that front.
Ethan Hughes, Chief of Security. If you'll follow me, I'll show you to the director.
Okay, nice to meet you. Who's the director?
Kaya Patel, our Administrator and Research Director. 28 years in quantum particle physics, or so I'm told. It's beyond me.
Okay. And why so much security?
We're a small research station in the middle of nowhere. Pirates eat places like these for lunch. It is my job to make sure that we are not on the menu.
Yep, fair enough. Let's get on the move.
We'll take the back way up.
Okay. You sure you don't want to take my gun for now? I mean, I've got spares. Fair enough. Interesting place. Empty weapons case. Where did you go?
Our lovely storage area.
Yes, it's beautiful. Okay.
So,
whoa. So. This went poorly. Whoa. Okay, there's more local things here.
Easy! Easy! What the hell was that?
Well, you tell me. I don't know. Everything was destroyed.
What? 1 minute you're following me, and then you're just gone. Minute later, you pop in out of nowhere looking like you were in the middle of a fight.
I was. There were some scorpion thingies over there trying to eat me.
In our storage room. I should have never let you inside. What is this? Some kind of stealth tick? Who are you working for?
I'm serious. I'm not going to offer you to take my gun again, but I don't have any stealth tech.
Look, I don't know what's going on. Let's get you to the director. Maybe she can figure this out.
Okay.
Come on.
Do you mind if we walk more carefully? But on this strange note, and I have to say, thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe as always. I think it's going to be a case of join us again next time, and we'll find out what the hell's going on here. Thanks a lot.